What's up, guys? We did it. We finally made our first $100 homesteading. So in this video, I wanted to share how we did that, but I also wanted to tell you what did not work. What were some of the things that were harder than I thought? And really just set your expectations in reality, because if you're like me and you're thinking about homesteading and you get into this operation, like, look at these people, you've got all these YouTube channels and they've got to be rolling in it of their money that they're getting from the products that they sell. But in reality, it's harder than it looks. So I want to talk about what didn't work and what did work. So stay tuned. Okay, so truthfully, I thought this was going to come quite a bit sooner. We've been homesteading for over a year now, and we just made our first $100. So yeah, it took us over a year to do that. Some of the things that slowed us down were the fact that COVID really shut down a lot of what I thought was going to be a lot of networking opportunities, particularly through my full-time job, where I can meet people and basically sell produce and products to them. But when COVID came along and I started swimming in products like eggs, it was just much harder to sell those. All right, so chickens. Everyone thinks homesteaders and chickens. Yeah. No, this was actually probably the biggest money pit for us. Was getting these chickens to I'm so nervous right now. I think I'm going to get nipped. Is basically getting to profitability with these chickens. I mentioned it before, but COVID really put a hamper on what we thought we could sell. So let's just say it's not uncommon for me to eat 8 or 9 eggs a day. So for you people that thought, it's got to be chickens, that's how you made your first $100 with eggs. No. We haven't made $100 quite yet with eggs. In fact, eggs are very expensive to make. Our plan is to start growing more food that we can store and actually make our own chicken feed. But if you can't tell, we're in the growth part of winter where it's not warm enough it's not cold enough for snow to stick, and it's not warm enough for grass to grow. So chicken feed really makes it hard to make a profit. But I'm not even talking about a profit here. I'm just talking about $100 in revenue. So we've butchered about a dozen roosters, and we get about 8 eggs a day from our chickens. About half our flock just started laying, so that's increasing quite a bit. But yeah, we're not making money with chickens quite yet. If you've been on the channel, or if you know me, you know that I really got into this for sheep, right? Oh yeah, PJ, he's the sheep guy. High Mountain Homestead. Sheep, Dorper sheep, good sheep. I haven't made any money with sheep yet either. So yes, sheep have a big upfront cost, but the profit is also pretty large as well, especially if you can sell ewes for breeding stock. So bought sheep just over a year ago. We lambed here, and we've processed 3 lambs from our flock. And we gave one of those away as a gift to our neighbor who helps us immensely. And so as a big thank you, we gave him a whole lamb. And so we've had 2 for ourselves. It's not because we haven't found people to buy lamb. It's more or less because we're selfish, and we have kept the only 2 lambs that have gone to us for our own freezer. You're over here wondering, it's not sheep, it's not chickens. Spoiler alert, it also wasn't gardening, because we're basically working with dead soil here thanks to just the management of it before. To put it in perspective, the gardening plot that we're working with used to be an RV spot. So there's a lot of work that needs to be done. Expect so many videos of that when the spring actually comes. So it wasn't sheep, wasn't chickens, wasn't gardening. What was it? They're actually right behind me. Let's take a look. These guys right here, rabbits. These are them. These are the real MVPs. So this is one of our does. There's her sister wife over there, not actual sisters. But these two are where the money came from. So about 8 or 9 weeks ago, these two kindled, which means they had their babies, and between the two of them, we've had 15 rabbits survive between the two of them, and they are a great desirable breed for meat, and we were able to sell some of their babies for a breeding program near us. Hi, bunnies. So this is our rabbit tractor. Right now it's not really doing what rabbit tractors are supposed to do because it's winter, we have no grass, and it's just sitting elevated on these 2x8s, so they're not just on the bare ground. But you notice I said that we had 15 from them, and there's only 5 in here left. And yes, we did sell 10 of them. And so we sold 10 of them. We listed them for $20 a pop. However, it just made sense with this guy who's coming in and buying in bulk, and we kind of made a trade with him for a couple of other things that we ended up selling them for $12.50 per rabbit, which is dirt cheap for these. But these are actually half and halves. They're half New Zealand, half Silver Fox, so not that bad for half and halves and buying in bulk. To put that in perspective, so we made $125 selling 10 rabbits. In order to feed out these rabbits, to get to this stage, it has cost us $45 in rabbit feed. Okay, so to make $125 for $45 of rabbit feed is basically a 3x return on the feed. Okay, so that's pretty good in my book. I'm pretty pleased with that. The other part that I'm pleased with is we're going to keep one of these does. I love this kind of like dusty brown ones. We're going to keep one of those does for our breeding program, and then we've got 4 other rabbits that are going to join the breeding or join the processing program, which we call in our house that they're going to take a trip to freezer camp. So in a lot of ways it's really good. This is our first batch to process, so it cuts down our processing from, instead of processing, what would that be, 14 bunnies, we're only processing 4. So we're going to get 4 rabbits worth of meat in the freezer. That's going to be about 16 pounds of meat that we're going to get from the rabbits, in addition to the $125 that we made already. So I'd say that's a pretty sweet return. Hey, thank you for watching this video. If you have not thought about doing meat rabbits, I hope you start thinking about it, because that is the quickest way that we have been able to turn a profit on the homestead. Again, we almost 3x'd our return with rabbits, so highly recommend them. I also love the Silver Fox rabbits. We just did a video on that, so we'll put a link in this video. But if you're considering rabbits, do it. Make the plunge. They are incredibly easy, very rewarding animals, and quite easy to keep. So thanks for watching this video. If you liked it, give it a like. Hey, give it a subscribe if you haven't already. Would love to catch you on the next video. And on that note, I'm PJ with the High Mountain Homestead, and I will see you on that next video. Thanks for stopping by. So, funny thing about the rabbits is that I'm the sheep guy here, and my wife is the rabbit woman here. And we've kind of had this like unspoken friendly competition that my sheep will do better than her rabbits. And I am eating crow right now because the rabbits were able to prove profitable way faster than the sheep. I'd like to think that when the sheep fully get going that they'll be able to turn greater profits than the rabbits, but I am happy to be proven wrong that the rabbits will be more productive than the sheep. So stay tuned so we can figure that out together.